Greetings, Mr. Clark, CC Oldboy, President, Vice President, Mr. Everything for Cornwall College. Why you do so much for Cornwall College?
Well, honestly, I'm not the president, neither the vice president, so let's just start and clear that up right away. But I do all these things for Cornwall College just for the love of my alma mater, and I will always continue to do this because of the deep down, heartfelt love that I have for the school.
And most man of might feel the same way, and encouraging more man of might to be like Melbourne Clark.
Well, nothing is wrong with that. I think the avenue and the focus we all should have is actually to give back to a place that have helped to build us to what we are today.
Yes.
So I really think a lot more people can get involved because there's so much room for help, which for the school that really needs it. And for the young people that actually is now coming here.
Yes. And who want to come here.
And well, there's still plenty out there who wants to come here. Cornwall College is and will always be the school of choice in Montego Bay.
Yes. 5K and a wellness weekend. We do so much, and because of our community of Montego Bay, look forward to us as Cornwallians doing not just for the school but for the entire community. The wellness weekend coming up again. We did one last year. It was very successful. This one, what do you think about this one?
Well, we don't do anything to fail as men of might, Once we embark on a program, we know it's going to succeed, and we intend for it to succeed, so we don't expect it to fail. This is actually our third year. The first year we considered our breakout year, and we also did well that year. Mm-hmm. Last year was also, as you mentioned, very, very successful, and we do expect that we are going to be able to reach our goals again this year.
What are we going to do this year again?
Well, the 5K, we have the Wellness Weekend, which is, we talk about giving back to Cornwall. This is now how we are giving back to the community of Montego Bay, to the elderly, to the indigent. We are trying to ensure that we take care of these people who cannot take care of themselves. For the 5K, we just want people to come out and have fun. Enjoy yourself. It's a part, it helps us to be able to achieve our goals financially, to offset some of our costs for running the programs that we have here going at Cornwall. So we want people to come out and support the program and also have a good time.
Wellness weekend, what the community expect to get when they be able to get when they come to the wellness weekend, which is the Saturday.
Well, as I said, it is us giving back to the community.
Yes.
To the people who cannot afford to actually see a doctor on a regular basis. The thing will be manned by all Cornwallian doctors, which have been done in the past. All the Cornwall doctors are going to be here, and they are giving their service free of charge. Again, so I want all the community to just come out and just be a part of the thing. I mean, it's free.
National Health Fund.
National Health Fund is again on board with us. We have to give thanks to the people that has given their services to us. There are also Cornwallians who are part of the National Health Fund who we reach out to, and they are bringing their big lab truck again this year, and they are a major sponsor for the Wellness Weekend.
So they can come out, the community can come out and get their blood tests, HIV tests, all kind of tests, and plus our doctors are here, so encouraging them to come out.
Yes, most definitely. We are doing the regular health screening that is necessary. And yes, we are doing the HIV test again.
And it starts at?
We start at 10 a.m., Saturday 27th of May.
So come in early, get registered, so when the doctor's ready to work, you're there, you're first in line. Come on out. So, the big thing, Sunday morning, what time?
CC for life, 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Just come out and do your run, do your walk, have fun. Hopefully we'll have a very cool morning again this year, and just enjoy yourself, man. That's what it is all about.
Big fun, big fun.
Yeah, man.
So, hey, Melbourne Clark, thank you very much. We have our, every Tuesday evening here at Chapel, we have our get-together, talking about different issues, different things, and even liming. Encourage the people, tell Cornwallian.
Well, we're just asking all Cornwallians to just come out and be a part of it, man. Just be a part of the thing. We are here to just encourage and just enable that we keep our camaraderie together. I mean, we have all different year groups coming from way back 120 years. We are just encourage everybody to just come out and just be a part of the thing. We have no division inside the Cornwall College Old Boys Association. There's no division. We are all one brothers.
Doing one thing for the school, the same thing. So come on out. It is fun. It is vibes. It's just somewhere you just come lime, talk about all kind of things that happen under the Aki tree. So come on out. Thank you very much, Mr. Clark.
Blessed
CCOB
love.
for life.
CC for life.
Respect.
Blessed love.
Highly high. Mr. James, how are you doing, sir?
Great to be here.
Welcome to Cornwall College.
Thank you. First time coming to Cornwall College.
First time?
Yes, and I'm very impressed with what I've seen. They have a lovely view. If you have nothing else, you have a fantastic view.
It's a college by the sea.
Nice.
Yes. Why didn't you come here for school?
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm about to make a speech and I'll give you some of those details. I'll share that with you in the speech.
You have to tell us.
I have to tell you off
Yeah,
the air. I didn't grow up in Mobay, but I'm sure if I did, this would have been the only choice.
So you wish you had grown up. Yeah, all right. We know the talk. Yeah, man. You manage a track club.
Yes.
Can you care to tell us who is on your roster?
Sure. I mean, well, we have about 100 student athletes at the MVP Track and Field Club based at University of Technology in Jamaica, in Kingston, Jamaica. Right now, though, our superstar athletes include some of the fastest women in the world, like Elaine Thompson, who is the double Olympic champion from Rio Olympics, where she got gold in the 100, gold in the 200, and silver in the 4x1. Yes. We also have Sharika Jackson, who got the bronze medal in the 400 meters, as well as silver in the 4x4. We have Christania Williams, who's one of the youngest up-and-coming sprinters. She made it to the finals in the 100 meters. And we cannot leave out Shelley and Fraser Price. Pregnant right now, she will be coming back.
Shelley and Fraser Price. It's very close for second. Oh, a whole rate tipping
Were
very...
you a runner, a sprinter? How did you how did you reach such height?
Sure. I mean, when I was younger, I was at Wolmer's Boys School, similar colors to Cornwall College. When I was at Wolmer's, I ran and I got a scholarship to Florida State University, which is in Tallahassee, Florida. Went on to be the captain of the track team there. Came back to Jamaica, and with my high school coach, Stephen Francis, we decided, you know, we have to give back to Wolmer's in some way and find a way to get the Wolmerians also to get scholarships to universities. And that really is how we started getting involved with track and field. And then we realized after a while that, you know what, maybe we could do better than what the colleges in the US were doing with our student athletes by setting up an option right here in Jamaica.
Of course.
And that's really what started MVP, when we said, let's do what we've been doing at the high school level, now at the collegiate and professional level. And it has worked out very, very well.
Man, I tell you, we're so proud of what you and your club is doing. And what you have planned for the future for like our athletes here at Cornwall College?
Sure. Well, again, we created an option in Jamaica, and we're not the only ones who are now doing it. A number of other clubs have been established in Jamaica that associate themselves with a university and train Jamaican and non-Jamaican athletes alike. I mean, when I think about our history and the fact that Astor Powell came to us as a virtual unknown out of high school, Astor never won a medal at Champs, never even finished the finals at Champs, at Boys Champs. Yet he went on to break the 100-meter world record. That's amazing. And we can do that with a Jamaican athlete, a Jamaican coach, using Jamaican facilities. And I think there's great potential for the athletes, whether from Cornwall College or across the island.
Yes. And I'm sure all the schools are looking towards and seeing what you're doing and studying what you're doing and looking forward to join your club.
Sure, but again, we don't want to have a corner on the market. We want to play the role we play and support student athletes, but we also want other clubs to be established. It doesn't have to only be in Kingston. Let's establish a club in Montego Bay. Let's establish clubs across the island so that we can serve the future athletes of Jamaica in the best way possible. We have set up a blueprint and others have followed, and I think it's great. We're also not saying that nobody should go to school in the States, because some people adjust and do very well in the United States. So scholarships are a good mechanism to help student athletes make that transition from high school to the tertiary level, plus giving them an education, which is crucial.
What would you recommend that the young athletes who are doing well at kindergarten and going right up, what would you recommend their menu should be?
Oh, definitely. At that age, it's all about having fun. Too often, the kids at the younger ages, as I said, kindergarten coming up, they take it too seriously, or maybe their parents take it
Yes.
too seriously, and there's too much pressure.
Yeah.
If it's not fun when you're young, you're not going to be able to maintain it when you're older.
Oh, yes.
No, when you're older and this is how you make a living, you can take it seriously and it's a business and it's professional, that's different. But the kids need to have fun and enjoy it, and we as parents need to make sure that we don't pressure the
Yes,
children too much.
yes.
Give them an opportunity to enjoy it. Because the children who enjoy it are the ones who will continue doing it. Because it's a lot of work to be the best in the world, to be the best in Jamaica is a
Yes,
challenge.
yes.
But now, our athletes want to be the very best in the world.
The world, yes.
And to do that, you need to be dedicated and focused. And I just think there's just so much time that you can dedicate to that.
Yes.
And if you're doing it from 5 years old, by the time you get to 20,
You burn out.
yeah, I
Yes.
suspect so.
Yes. So, menu for the older guys.
Oh, well, you have to tell me what you call older, but everybody's nutrition is different as well, and the way I approach it. We at MVP have a very individualized approach to each of the student athletes and each of the athletes. So it's not that everybody gets the same food and the same training. You have to recognize that everybody's body is different, everybody's spirit is different,
Yes.
everybody's approach is different. Some can handle harder training, some have to be lighter with the training. It really is not a one-size-fits-all.
I got you.
And so you really need to get to know the athletes under their charge and give them what makes them do the best.
I heard if you know your blood type and you Google your blood type, you can see what food is good for that blood
That's an
type.
excellent point. And everybody has a different blood type.
True.
So using that as an example, it's not, again, as I said, a one-size-fits-all, whether for food, nutrition,
Yes.
training, the approach. Some athletes, if you shout at them and push them, they do better. Some you shout at them and push
And
them,
they sit down.
they will. So you need to be able to find different ways. There's not a one-size-fits-all.
Marketing. How do you market?
Okay, our approach to marketing
Yes.
is a very simple one. May not be the best one, but we decided that we're going to let our athletes and coaches speak for themselves, let the results speak for themselves.
Yes.
There are some people who say, you need to do this in social media and this in traditional media and wear this and dress that way. We believe our performances will speak for themselves. When you see that Shelley and Fraser Price has won Olympic gold as a 21-year-old,
Pretty hairstyle,
and
they
the
fly around the
hairstyle,
sun. And,
that's going to grab their attention. Or Elaine Thompson is doing what she's done. Asafa Powell did what he did.
Yes.
We even have throwers. I mean, O'Dane Richards is a shot putter.
Yes, yes.
And Jamaica is not known for shot putters,
yeah.
but he has won world championship bronze. So, it's really an ability to reach the athletes where they are and have them deliver. And we believe that will be the real marketing thrust.
What do you think about our bobsled team? You're going to be training them this year?
Actually, we've been approached from time to time from the Bobsled Federation, and right now, as we speak, we're in May 2017. MVP and the Jamaican Bobsled Federation actually have a bit of a collaboration in that one of our top athletes, Carrie Russell, who is a sub-11 100-meter runner.
Yes.
They have asked if she could train with them. So she's right now on the Jamaica Bobsled team and doing very well internationally with the
Can you
Jamaican
imagine?
Bobsled team. So I'm glad. I didn't know you were going to ask that, and very few people have ever asked that.
Right.
But that's one of the things that we have done because we believe in Jamaica and want what's best for Jamaica.
Yes.
So we have a sprinter, Carrie Russell, who can help push the bobsled. Let's do it. And when they approached us, we were happy to collaborate.
Of course,
and it's been going
man.
very, very well.
Yeah, merchandising.
That's something that I think we can do a much better job with.
Can
the
you imagine,
merchandising.
man?
In the
You can-
States, for
you can-
example,
yeah.
I went to Florida State University. Every student athlete
Yes.
has their college colors and they wear. Whereas I find in Jamaica, we have
Proud.
not done that as
Yeah.
well, and I think we need to find a way to get that going. Merchandising, I think, has great potential, but maybe it's a cultural thing. Because in the States, whether it's a football team or a track team or your college team, I find that, they wear the colors proudly, and I really wish we did that more.
We as man of might, Cornwall color, we always wear our color proudly.
But do I have any Cornwall
You look
college in
good,
there?
man. You look good, man. You look good. You look good. And of course, your school have the same colors.
Yeah, well, I'm a
you couldn't
Wilmerian,
miss
so I was
it.
trying to find the right match,
Yeah. Man, Jamaica is a brand of the world.
Yes.
And this is why if a fly die in Jamaica, it makes CNN. So we as Jamaicans now have to realize this
Yes.
and know that our brand is super important in the world for love, because Bob Marley went out and spread the word one love, and we need to carry on that.
Love is a powerful force, and certainly love is what motivates you. Love is what gets you up in the morning to get yourself achieving whatever it is you want to achieve. Love is definitely a powerful force.
And us as Jamaicans, we need to know that and need to push ourselves more. Thank you for talking to us on Bob Arts TV. And Bob Arts Television is seen in Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, Westport, and St. Elizabeth, and Manchester. Soon will be island-wide, and we're on YouTube.
Okay.
So we'd love to stay in touch more. What we're going to be doing at the Trelawney Multipurpose Stadium, we're going to have daytime concerts.
Okay.
So when the cruise ships pull in, they come over and watch a concert.
Fabulous.
And I would love the collaboration between your track team and the Reggae Walk of Fame to partner to promote both sports and entertainment inside the Trelawney Stadium.
You need to let us know when, because different times a year we have flexibility, other times we don't.
Yes.
So now the athletes are traveling internationally and competing internationally.
Yes.
But maybe if they're not, it would be a good time for some of our superstar athletes to come down and interact with the tourists and here in Trelawney.
And it is an attraction. Is Trelawney's newest attraction, opening August 1st. That's our proposal.
2017?
Yes.
Fabulous.
And
please keep me posted on that.
Everyday attraction.
Excellent. Fabulous.
Thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure. All the best.
Looking forward to you talking at our 5K press launch, man.
I'm about to do that. Look forward to it.
Respect.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Don't go nowhere. Enough more coming.
Welcome, sir. Ras Astor Black, man of the Bob Clark TV. No, Bob Clark. Bob Art. My mistake. Bob Art. Well, welcome, one of us. And we say a warm welcome. Irene, and so anything I just call it. Just say Irene. All right, again, welcome. And as we do, we always ask God's presence. So we ask Mr. Barrington Fleming to come bring the Lord on us. All right, Mr. Barrington Fleming.
Thank you, Mr. Boyd, and Mr. Boyd is also a member of the media fraternity, Mellow FM to be exact. Can we all stand for prayer, please? Almighty Lord God, Jehovah, we thank you, Lord God, for your many blessings towards us. Lord God, we thank you for life, we thank you for love. We thank you, Lord God, that we can gather here in this fashion. Lord God, as we gather here, Lord God, to launch the third staging of the CC Old Boys Association 5K Run Walk. We pray, Lord God, that you may just be with us throughout this proceeding, and Lord God, we pray that we'll be at the run walk on the day. Lord God, we pray that everything that is done here will redound to your honor and to your glory, and Lord, that the objectives of the association through this event will be met, as we pray and thank you now, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Mr. Barrington Fleming. And let me extend our warm welcome to a lady from Mellow FM, Lafayette. Welcome, madam. Again, we welcome the press. This is our press launch. It's all about our 5K run walk next week, Sunday. And before that, next Saturday, our wellness fair, our health fair, we will be giving back to the community and its environment medical checks. We're going to be having people from this area, the Canterbury area, the Glendavon, as far as Mount Salem, Rose Hall. They'll be coming here to do free checkups, mental checks and other tests that they can done here for free. Of course, I need not to tell you all, Cornwall College boasts some of the greatest doctors, physicians you can name from this institution, and they go globally. All right, this is one of the things that we can stand tall when we talk about our doctors, our physicians, our nurses from Cornwall College. All right, so the 5K run walk, of course, it's all about our health, and our health fair coming next Saturday, and it will be live on Mellow FM next week, Saturday. So the entire world will hear about what is happening. Maybe small in numbers now, but I'm telling you, it's a mama task that we are undergoing, and of course, it's going a far, far way. I want to say thanks to our sponsors who make it possible: NHF, NCC, Prudent Accounting, BG and Associate Chartered Accountants, CJ Pharmacy, Hilton Rose Hall, Exquisite Wedding and Chindlins, Bob RTV, NCU, Mellow FM, The Photo Shop, Sandals Resort International, Fairview Drugstore, Carnage and the Institution, and the Half Moon Hotel. Also, Last Resort Detective Agency. They have come together and they are our faithful sponsors. I really want to say thanks to them in advance. Thanks to them in so many ways. At this time, it has been our third year, so we're going to call to do our interview. So Dennis Waite to do our interview, overview of this, our third year in the making. Mr. Waite.
Mr. Master of Ceremony, our very special guest, Mr. Bruce James, a member of Sandals Resorts International, Chrisana Dali, students, fellow old boys, members of the media, good morning. In 2014, it was at this very spot, at this very podium, and I'm assuming with this very mic, recently elected official of the Old Boy Association stood before us and made an impassioned plea for us all to take care of our health. Be aware of what's going on inside. This was after the death of his brother from cancer. That was the seed from which the idea of the Wellness Weekend grew. May is the designated month for the Wellness Weekend. Our first event was in 2015, and the old boys have not looked back since. Pause here to acknowledge the entrance of the principal and the secretary of the Old Boys Association. The health fair in 2015 had approximately 90 beneficiaries bused to the location, and this took place at the 7th grade block, which is just below us. For those persons who are old boys, or those who have left and have not been back, the 7th grade block is where the 9th grade used to be, directly down the step. Yes, Chrisana, directly down the step here. They were examined by various doctors of varying specialties, all of them graduates of Cornwall College. The old boys took responsibility for all aspects, including the free transportation of the beneficiaries of the health fair. We looked at it as a way to give back to the surrounding communities of Canterbury, Albion, Gully, and even Barracks Road. Why? Because Cornwall College in 1896 started at Barracks Road as Montego Bay Secondary School for boys. And they have stood by us, and they have been our neighbors right through the years. We kind of look at them as our bodyguards. Our initial 5K had over 400 participants, traversing a challenging route that took them from the playing field, up Cornwall Hill, down past the post office, and along Bottom Road to what was then Cornwall Beach. We all know that is now a part of the Cameron, and back. And the final climb up Cornwall Hill is what gives it its unique flavor and makes Cornwall 5K special and sets it apart to all the others in the region. We had teething pains and a steep learning curve, but we came out stronger, and as true Cornwallians, we came out mightier. The 5K was our main revenue generating event. All proceeds for that year went into the refurbishing of the boarding house, which we intended for the various athletes to use as a hostel whenever their event was in season. Last year, with the National Health Fund being the main sponsor, the health fair tended to approximately 120 persons. In addition to the doctors, we also benefited from the NHF mobile lab, which augmented the services that the doctors offered with various medical tests. Our 5K field grew to almost 800 participants with a pre-game warm-up session and a post-race entertainment package. And I beg you to just divert your eyes every now and again to the montage that's playing, and it will give you an idea, including the pre-warm-up session. Proceeds from the 5K was used to rehabilitate the football field, including installing a sprinkler system. Our efforts at improving the sporting program at Cornwall College has started to bear fruit, with the senior football team being crowned the 2017 the Astor Cup champions, and our under-14 football team being crowned the All-Ireland football champions. These two are just among the many accomplishments of the past academic year. You will notice I said it has started to bear fruit, because we are aiming to lift the sporting profile even higher, if that's possible, and anticipate even further successes for the 2017-2018 academic year, and many more. This depends on the success of our wellness weekend. We aim to grow the event every year and get more sponsors on board, because we are passionate about the event. We believe in the event, especially its impact on the elderly and the infirmed in our neighboring communities. So in closing, I challenge all here to come out on the 28th, including students, the sponsors. Mr. James would like you to come down, bring Shelley on, even in her state. Tell Elaine to come down too. Yeah, man. And see what the 5K is all about. Everybody just rope in a brethren, rope in a sister, bring a friend. Just have the track shoes. We'll see old boy Gart Brown, aka Big Rob, tuck in the belly, put on the sweatpants from 7th grade, and jog over the hill. I beg you again to look at, and you'll see a picture of one, Francois, trying to warm up, and his knee couldn't go behind his waist. You'll see it, it's there. So, come this year, and come back again last year for the last weekend in May, when we'll do it bigger and better all over again. Thank you.
I grew up, I don't know where to do not grow up, but everybody you didn't see. Thank you very much, Mr. Wade, and that's the overview, what is happening, what to come, and the passion that this young man, Dennis, showed about the Old Boys Association, our involvement with the school, and our aim and our focus, and where we are going and where we want to go. So all those who are making it possible, we need to let you know every minute that we appreciate you. All if a belly can't talk in, Mr. God, bro, we still appreciate you. One day, me out. Okay, again, welcome everyone, especially the press, being here with us. And thanks very much for the love and the support. So I'm going to call on Mr. Aston Harris, or Deputy Head Boy, to do the honors to introduce to us our special guest, Mr. Harris.
Good afternoon, everyone. Bruce James is the president of the world-renowned and award-winning MVP Track and Field Club, which he co-founded in September 1999. This club is responsible for the development and unleashing of numerous world beaters, including Asafa Powell, Shelley Fraser Price, Bridget Foster Hilton, Elaine Thompson, just to name a few. He is the former executive with Citibank Jamaica branch, where he served for 16 years as vice president in charge of corporate banking, vice president in charge of relationship management, and vice president in charge of risk management. He is also the former managing director of City Finance Limited. In 1991, he completed a Master's of Business Administration degree at Florida State University, winning the award for Most Outstanding MBA Student after completing his Bachelor of Science in Management at Florida State University in 1990. Bruce was the captain of the FSU track and field team. Mr. James is chairman of World Class Athletics Limited and serves on the board of Sagicor Investments Limited and Sagicor Bank Jamaica Limited. He is a track and field analyst on TVJ, CVM TV, and Sportsmax, and a professional speaker, having appeared at the 2008 TEDx Jamaica. He also holds and has held numerous offices in civic society, including being the president of the Shelley and Fraser Price Pocket Rocket Foundation since 2012 and the management of the Wolmer's Board School track and field team. Bruce is married to wife Pascal and has 2 children, Leah and Savannah. He is also a devout Anglican. Let's put our hands together for our guest speaker, Bruce James.
Well, thank you very much for that introduction. And good afternoon, Cornwall College. It's the MC, and recognizing all the various dignitaries and the members of the press, of course. You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm very happy to be here. It's good to be here. I came down from Kingston last evening, and it was a fairly safe trip. When my wife woke me up this morning with some WhatsApp videos of what's going on in Kingston now, so I'm glad to be here. In fact, I mean, the Cornwall College old boys might have to put me up another night. I don't know if I can get back into town. I also have to share with you something that I don't think people know. In fact, most people don't know, because it's very personal, and I think it's important to share it at this time. My mother was born in Montego Bay and grew up in Montego Bay and attended Montego Bay High School. What's the sister school to Cornwall College? Yeah, same school, right? And my mother advised me that had we been born in Montego Bay and grew up in Montego Bay, the only school she would have allowed me to attend is Cornwall College. So I had to share that with you, and she was actually thrilled when I told her I was invited to speak here. Also, I went to Wolmer's, as you heard, and I tried my best to find the closest combination to Cornwall College colors. So I hope I did all right. At least one of the colors somewhere in here. One of them must touch Cornwall colors. And in fact, do you know where Dome Street is? Dome Street near Union Street? No, I don't know where it is, but my mother said I have to find it because that's where they lived. They lived on Dome Street. Now, my mom was born in 1942? So, no, 45. So I might have to find a way to see Dome Street. So, though I never attended Cornwall College and I didn't grow up in Mobay, I really feel a connection with Cornwall College. So, thank you very much for having me. Now, this afternoon, I'm going to share 3 messages with you, 3 very powerful and important messages. And I'm going to give you a charge, one charge. And these messages, I know we're at a school, and school is where you learn theories and concepts, but I'm not going to teach theories or concepts. I'm going to teach you about what I've experienced in real life. This is really what happened. This is not a concept or what I think could happen or might happen. The first of the 3 messages that I'm going to share with you is that constant improvement is the only way to go. Now, I believe Jamaica can be better. I believe all of us can be better. But when we formed MVP, there was a big, big challenge that we had. In that Jamaica used to say, and we're a proud people, we used to say that we'd go to the Olympics and we'd get 3 medals on average at every Olympics. And we're a great country, and the only country that could do better than us in sprinting at the Olympics was the United States. And they have 300 million people, and we have less than 3 million, and we're proud of that. And at MVP, as proud as we were of Jamaica, we didn't feel that was enough. We felt we could improve. We felt we could do better. And better doesn't mean that you're saying what you're doing now is bad. Better simply means you can improve. And while I'm speaking to you, I hope you know I'm talking about your event as well. I'm not speaking generally now. It's specific to Cornwall College, the Wellness Weekend, and the 5K run walk. We felt we could do better. And so people challenged us on that because they're like, who are these guys to come and say that what Jamaica has achieved at the Olympic level isn't good enough? And that's not what we're saying. We just said we could do better. And guess what? We have done better. Jamaica now is averaging over 11 medals at every Olympic Games. And there are a number of reasons, but we believe part of the big reason is that Jamaican athletes and Jamaican coaches are now living and training in Jamaica. And the numbers bear it out. When you look at the number of Jamaican athletes winning medals at the Olympic Games and the World Champs who are based in Jamaica versus those who are based overseas. I'm not saying we shouldn't have athletes based overseas, because a number of our overseas-based Jamaican athletes do exceptionally well. When you think about Veronica Campbell-Brown, or even back in the day, Bert Cameron and Merlin Ottey. But there is a role for a Jamaican-based training option for athletes. So the first message to you here at Cornwall College is you can always do better. Never be satisfied. Never feel like you have arrived and don't need to do better. Similarly to Jamaica having 3 medals for Olympics, now we have 11. The second message I want to share with you this afternoon is that hard work is not a bad thing, and it's not something that should stop. Now, of course, everybody knows hard work is the key to success and all of that, but that's not enough. Let me share with you what happens at MVP and with a number of places where world-class athletes compete. To become the best in the world, to break world records and Olympic records and win Olympic medals and world championship medals, to be the best in the world, all the athletes admit they have to train hard and work hard. And that's what has happened. But there's a trick. A number of the athletes, and I'm glad we have athletes here today, when they get to that position where they're the best in the world or the best in their event, something strange happens. They feel they've arrived, and they're going to cruise mode. And they figure, I worked hard to get here, now I can just relax. Remember, I'm speaking to Cornwall College now and the fair. So there's a time when you're going to have over 1,000 participants and you might think you have arrived. And you don't need to work hard anymore, and you can relax. That's the wrong move. Because the 2 reactions I've seen with these world-class athletes. One, they start to relax and think, hey, this is it, I'm now on top of the game, and their game doesn't get any better. In fact, they start to fall off. Or they do what Elaine Thompson does, or Shelley and Fraser Price does. When they achieve, they want more, and they actually work harder than they work to get there. In fact, Shelley is known for saying that she had to work harder to keep it than to get there. And so, if you look at Elaine Thompson, let me just even tell you what she has done in the past few years. Elaine Thompson never won a medal at Girls' Champs. The best Elaine ever did at Girls' Champs was come 4th. Elaine Thompson never made any Carifta team, any Jamaican team as a junior at all. She then, however, came to UTEC and has been training with MVP. And it wasn't until she was a senior that she made it as a reserve for a CAC team. Not a World Champs team in a Paul Reed, not an Olympic team, reserve on CAC. She then made the 2015 World Championship team and got a silver medal in that famous 200 with Daphne Stippert. And then the contract started coming in and the money started coming in. She has a World Championship medal, got, doing very well. That is when Elaine started to work hard. And she had to work hard to get there, but she doubled down and worked even harder. The following year, double gold at the Olympics in Rio, gold in the 100, gold in the 2, silver in the 4x1. So she can relax now. Because the money is rolling in, the contracts are rolling in, the fame, the fortune. She has worked even harder. We know in 2017, Elaine ran at the UTEC Classic, ran 10.7. She then went to the World Relays in the Bahamas, ran the anchor leg, broke the championship record and the Jamaican record in the 4x2. Then went to the Penn Relays right after that, where they beat USA. They call it USA against the world, but kind of think it might be Jamaica against. Right. But ran the anchor leg there, won the 4x1. She then went to Doha, ran the 200, beat skippers again. Then the weekend after that, just gone, she went to Shanghai. She won the 100 in 10.7. She's going to run this weekend in Kingston. She's not easing up. And I dare say to your Cornwall College, if you get past 1,000 participants in your 5K this year, coming from 400 and 800, don't you dare think that you have arrived and you can ease up and the hard work is over. This is when you need to really double down, because that's where the success comes in. Not just working hard to get there, but working hard to continue there. And the third message I want to give you today is, I've seen a picture, you asked us to look at these pictures, and there's a picture of an athlete crossing the line with his hands raised like this. That's a sign of victory, right? That's happiness, joy, this is success. Now there's also a universal symbol for positive. If you want to say thumbs up, that's a good sign when you like, or if it's negative, you go thumbs down. But you know, I find it very interesting, and this is a kind, I don't know if it's a biological or a physiological thing, but, and then one of the athletes can come up. Come, send an athlete up to, come on, anybody, quickly. I'm going to demonstrate, but they can do it as well. If you have a negative approach, and again by negative, I'm talking about thumbs down, and any of us can try it when I'm done, and you try to achieve victory with a negative approach, thumbs down, you can't. It's hard. However, if you have a positive approach, thumbs up, it's easy to get that victory just by having the positive approach. I find it interesting that the body is made that way. If you do thumbs down, come now. So don't say it's just me because I'm an old man. Let's try thumbs down. Down. And now raise your hands in victory. No, well, clearly you can't. While your thumb is down, while you're being negative, it's thumbs up. It's an easier effort for each of us, and I want each of us to do it separately or individually. The thumbs down effort is a harder effort to achieve the victory, and positive approach, thank you. Positive approach is crucial, and therefore I ask the Cornwall College Old Boys to make sure that in approaching the preparation for this event, approach it positively. Now I'm going to leave you with a charge. And the charge, I name it, and I hope I got this right, learn or leave. I got anything right there? I did my work? I did my homework? All right. Now the story for learn or leave, again, is a true story. My dad worked in different parishes throughout Jamaica, and so the family would move with him. And when I was in 4th grade, I went to a new school, and it was very strange that this is in the 70s, so the older ones will understand. They seemed to have a setup in this classroom where the brighter kids got to sit at the front, and the not so bright kids were sitting at the back. And so, of course, I'm new to the school, and they didn't really know where to put me, so they'll put me in the middle. And I realized that the bright kids were the ones who would answer all the questions and get all the attention from the teachers, and kids at the back kind of stayed quiet and didn't really participate. Anyway, the math teacher came in, and the math teacher decided every student in the class had to answer the question. Wrote the question on the board, and we're all to do it individually and come up with your answer. And you're to announce your answer to the classroom. Well, the message is learn or leave. So of course, as a new student, I'm under pressure. Everybody else knows each other, but the first bright student, and that's going to go from front, then next row. The first student answered and said, 250. Student beside, 250. So this is all the bright students answering. By the time you get to about the fifth student said 180. And the whole class laughed. Because of course, if the bright kids are saying 250, well, the answer must be 250. Now, of course, they laughed this poor child to shame. And I'm sitting in the back because I'm in a panic because my answer is 400. And I don't know what I'm going to say when the teacher comes to me. Because they're going to laugh at this established student who is close to the front. What they're going to do to the new student when they get to me. Anyway, everybody else fell in line 250, 250, 250. And then it got to me and it was my turn to answer the question. I looked at my work, I still saw the 400, and I had a choice to make. I can say 250 and fit in with everybody else, or I can say what I really believe, what I had worked out, even if I was wrong, and say 400, but of course face the embarrassment. My choice was to go with what I believe was true. And I said 400, and the classroom erupted. Laughter, the new kid is crazy. All the bright kids have already said. Anyway, got to the back, everybody else 250. The teacher then says, I'm going to show you the answer. And the teacher went through and did the work. And the answer was 400. I was the only student who got it right in the class. The message isn't that I was brighter than anybody else. The message is that as a 4th grade student, I had to make a decision to stand up and face a real challenge. Now, fourth grade shoulders are weak shoulders, you know, not like men now who are going to make decisions. But guess what? You're in your third year. And gentlemen, I'm telling you, stand up, learn or leave. Do it the right way. Because you're going to be faced with challenges in putting this thing on. And I'm saying to you that this event doesn't have to be just the best event here in Cornwall or Mobay or St. James. This should be a national event. You shouldn't target 1,000 participants. Maybe you should have 2, 3, 5,000, 10,000 participants. You shouldn't just help 120 people. Maybe you want to help 500 people. Don't limit yourself. In fact, perhaps this shouldn't just be a national event. Maybe it should be global and regional. People from other islands say, you know what, at the last weekend in May every year, I need to go to Montego Bay. I need to go to this Cornwall College 5K, this wellness weekend. I'm not even going to run a 5K in half an hour. I'm going to go for the weekend in Mobay. Don't limit yourself, gentlemen. Cornwall College from 1896 has a proud history, and I believe that all of you here can achieve great things in terms of this 5K. I thank you for inviting me, and as I say, everything I've said here is not theory, but reality in terms of what I've faced and what I've learned, and I look forward to letting my mom know that I actually stood on the great Cornwall College campus. Thank you very much.
No, sir, we can do better than that. A little bit better. Put your hands together again. You see, when you have guest speaker like Sir James, you have to respect him. I'm going to do everything to make sure I feel at home and welcome. You tell about his mother and Cornwall College. You tell the panic shirt for me, I'm trying to make sure I put on one shirt to say, because he could have come in a old man's colors in our other school, you know. Man say, I can't want me going on. I know an ordinary school. Right. Right, but he make every effort. He doing research and in the pan in tea. So please put your hands together one more time. And as for Cornwallians, one thing he said that we know for sure, and we always do, is believe in ourselves. Yeah. So when the man talk about 250 and 180, he believe in himself. So when he man don't copycat. You know, I'm a copycat, copy all the name and call out the name and give all the name. He said, no, I believe in myself. This is what I work out. And this is what I'm going to say. I don't care, right or wrong. This is what I believe in. I believe in myself, and this is the answer that I get. So this is what I'm going to work with. And see, it was the right answer. Well done, sir. And thanks again. In life, we just have to believe in ourselves. And I think that we need also to do, whatever we do, we need to think before we do it. Because in thinking about that 400, he said, boy, if you're wrong, they're going to kill me, they're going to ridicule me, all of them, something there. And think about it. And that was very important, that something happened and you think about it before you act. You could have just get up and say 250 because everybody said, but you think about it. And I'm saying, you know what, I have to be man. So I'm thinking about it before I act on it. My good friend Tony Rebel always said, Brian, teach them, tell them, if something happens, count from 1 to 10. Or count back here before you reply or before you act. And believe you me, if you try it will make a lot of difference. Mr. Principal, I'm sure you tell your student. I'm sure you tell the student, say, yes, think before you act. Because if you sometimes you think, trust me, different situation. And let me also ask the principal to stand up for a minute, sir. I welcome you, sir. And I will tell them why you're dressed like that today, sir. Because today is your special day, sir. Today is your birthday, sir. So we want to say happy birthday to you, sir. With that in mind, because it's a birthday, we need a little entertainment, don't it? So Cornwall College Romain Virgo is no, sorry. He's not gonna sing, he's gonna play the piano. Romain Graham is gonna be doing some entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, entertainment. Mr. Graham, please. When you're giving, you must give of your best. And that's what the old boys are doing, giving back. And the charge upon us, as charged by our guest speaker, don't be satisfied with the 400 or the 1,000 participants, but think about going to the 2,000. Don't satisfy with treating 200 citizens our residents. But think about doing 500, think about doing 1,000. Give of your best. And don't think about it having it just at Cornwall College in Montego Bay, Jamaica, but think about it as being global. That people will be coming from all over the world to participate in our 5K run walk and our health week, our health day, as will be next week Saturday and next week Sunday, our run. So the charge is yours, Cornwall Old Boys, and I'm sure the President will get that charge in a minute or two, that we will not just be satisfied with the ordinary, but we'll go to be extraordinary. And that's the words from the kind man himself, Sir James. It was really a privilege to have him here this morning. Again, we need to say thanks to all our sponsors, NHF, NWC, Prudent Accounting, HBG and Associates Chartered Accountants, CJ Pharmacy, Health and Rosal, Exquisite Wedding and Shindins, NCU, The Photoshop, Mellow FM, Sandals Resort International, Fairview Drugstore, Carnegie Hand Institute, Half Moon Hotel, Last Resort Detective Agency, and of course the man, Bob Art TV. Thanks to them, we have 16 sponsors, and the charge is upon the Old Boys to make it 32 next year, this time around. At this time, I'm going to call on a young man from the track captain. It's Kobe Jordan Rooms. He's going to be doing the vote of thanks, and he's also going to be making a very special presentation. I don't know why you're in tracks, because his name, you know, Jordan, Kobe, but maybe you do both of them still. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mr. Rooms.
Good afternoon. Mr. Bruce James, could you please join me up here? Respected President of the MVP Track Club, Mr. Bruce James, and our most valued invited guests, ladies, gentlemen, and my fellow Cornwallians, it is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion. I, on behalf of the Cornwall College Old Boys Association and the entire supporting team, here together, and on my own behalf, extend a very hearty vote of thanks to all speakers for gracing your important work and sharing with us your opinions today. With this token, we show our gratitude and we wish that you continue to support Cornwall College in all our future endeavors.
Appreciate it. Oh, more. All right. Well, thank you very much for this. I needed this so my mom knows I really came here. I still need to find Mobay High and Dome Street, but this. You'll find it, man. You'll find it. And I'm telling, and in case you want, if you want to know about his name, Kobe and Jordan, though they're basketball players, they can jump. Okay, and from what I know of champs, this young man he can jump, right, Paul? Yeah. I know he can. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rooms. Again, it wasn't long, it wasn't boring, right? It was just right to where we just had to do this, the launch of our 5K run walk and our wellness day next week Saturday right here at Cornwall College. And we all, again, are grateful for the love and the support that you take this time out in this rainy time. Because this morning when we wake up, we never know if rain will stop fall. Trust me, say rain, I'll get the news that Naspal in a washway and Kingston a washway, and we are here, so we are grateful. Alright, thanks again for the love and the support. And we said walk good next week.
It no really matter if you big or you small. Never damn style, they in a big dance hall. Richie and the killer come fi angle them hard. Girl, I wanna love you, hold you, console you, squeeze you, tease you. And I love how love style. Bad man love it every time. Love it when they call them a wine. And I love how love style. And you know the wine they undefined. I wanna kiss you and caress you. Girl, I wanna work you up my body onto you, tease you and please you. And I love how love style. Bad man love it every time. Love it when they call them a wine. And I love how love style. And you know the wine they undefined.